But then Jamie found a video clip of Jeffrey Epstein while he was in detention. And he said in this video, Jeffrey Epstein said that somebody had tried to kiss him. And then we launched into what gave this episode its title, The Tall Biden Conspiracy, when Jim Brewer said that Biden was a body double. Jim Brewer believes this. He thinks that Joe Biden's been dead for years. Joe Rogan said that all of a sudden Joe Biden grew like 3 or 4 inches in height while he was in office, and that it was a guy wearing a Biden mask. They just couldn't find somebody who was the same height as the real Joe Biden. Jim Brewer said Joe Biden's eye color changed frequently. Then they were watching video of short Biden versus tall Biden, and Joe Rogan exclaimed, "Look how tall the body double is. Look how long his legs are." And Jim Brewer again said he's been dead for years. Joe Rogan went through a full physical analysis of the tall Biden, said that his gait was totally different. Joe Biden had a shuffle. The body double who was tall did not have a shuffle, and that he was wearing a mask. That took us to about 34 minutes into the episode. Then they got into an argument about robots and whether you can program robots to walk in specific ways. Then they talked about dementia and robots doing martial arts. Then Jim Brewer said to Joe Rogan, "You are brilliant. You have such amazing insights. You're the smartest person I know." And then they talked about how Joe Rogan finds his guests that are the smartest people that Joe Rogan can find. Jim Brewer then recounted how he's not very educated and often stumbles over big words. Joe Rogan said, "Me too. I went to college for 3 years, but I didn't graduate. I only went so people wouldn't think I was a loser. I wanted to do stand up, but everybody at his high school went to college and he didn't want to seem like a loser. So he went to college too. He was feral and only wanted to do martial arts and then started doing stand up when he was 21 because he made guys laugh in the locker room and he wanted attention in the locker room. So he started doing open mics, and then he said stand-up was like a puzzle. It was like a new puzzle that he wanted to solve. Uh, but also at that point in his life, he had zero prospects. He should have already had a career or a trade, but that he got very lucky. He got on some show called Hardball, which I'm not familiar with. See, Lola's asleep now. It happened very fast. He got very lucky. He never wanted to be an actor. Jim Brewer just started glazing him hard over his early days. The Laugh Factory, you were so amazing. And then Jim Brewer started making a bunch of noises again and said that when I was getting started out, I wanted blue satin clothing. I so admired you. And Joe Rogan said, "Thank you, Jim Brewer." Uh, Rogan said he never wanted to be in Hollywood. He had no use for famous people. He never had aspirations to be famous, but weekly sitcom money was crazy. And then he got news radio that was very long days. It was not fun. He wanted to be out on the road, yada, yada, yada. And then if you're bored by this point in the conversation, I'm bored too. So that brought us to 46 minutes, and that's when I stopped listening. Now,